Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 3 finally gave fans what they'd been waiting for: the return of Mary and Missy Cooper. Their comeback didn't just bring nostalgia from young Sheldon, it added real emotional depth to what has become the show's strongest arc yet. This episode reminded everyone that while Georgie and Mandy's first marriage focuses on Georgie and Mandy's young family life, the Coopers are still the emotional core holding this whole story together. The return of Mary, played by Zoe Perry, felt like a long overdue moment of reconnection. Ever since George Sr.'s death, Mary has been trying to navigate life without her husband and manage the emotional fallout for her children. Episode 3 shows that she's still deeply affected by that loss, but it also shows a new side of her, one that's trying to find peace and maybe even move on. Seeing her interact with Georgie and Mandy again felt raw and real. Her presence brings back the sense of family that's been missing in the show's earlier episodes. Mary's storyline also ties perfectly into Georgie's current struggles. As a new husband and father, Georgie is under pressure, running the store, keeping his family financially stable, and dealing with Mandy's growing ambitions. Having his mother back, even temporarily, grounds him. There's a sense that Mary represents the emotional anchor he didn't know he still needed. Their conversations are simple but heavy, moments where Georgie's bravado gives way to vulnerability. It's almost like Mary is quietly reminding him that no matter how much he's grown, he's still part of something bigger, the Cooper family. And then there's Missy. Her return in this episode is easily one of the best parts of the season so far. Missy, now older and trying to figure out her place in the world after the chaos of young Sheldon, brings a sharp contrast to Georgie's life. She's still got that rebellious streak, but she's more grounded now. She's matured, but she's also dealing with her own kind of loneliness. The way the show portrays her reconnecting with her brother and Mandy is both funny and heartwarming. You can see the sibling chemistry that made young Sheldon so enjoyable, but now it's layered with years of emotional history. Episode 3 uses these family dynamics to build something more powerful than just nostalgia. It's about how grief and distance can reshape relationships. Mary's attempts to reconnect with her kids are heartfelt but awkward. Missy's humor masks her sadness. Georgie tries to act like he's got everything under control, but when they're all together, it's clear none of them have fully healed from losing George Sr. That's what makes this episode so special. It doesn't shy away from showing that family bonds can be both comforting and painful at the same time. Another interesting thing about this episode is how it manages to balance the tone. It's emotional, yes, but it's not heavy-handed. There are still lighthearted moments, Missy teasing Georgie, Mary giving Mandy gentle advice, and even a few classic Cooper family awkward dinners that feel straight out of young Sheldon. But beneath the humor, there's an unspoken truth. This family is still trying to figure out who they are without their father, and that's something the show captures beautifully. Mandy's role in this episode shouldn't be overlooked either. Her interactions with Mary and Missy highlight just how much she's grown since becoming part of the Cooper family. Early in the series, she often felt like an outsider, but now she's right in the middle of it all. There's a quiet tension between her and Mary, not in a hostile way, but in that realistic, slightly uncomfortable way that happens between in-laws who care about each other but see the world differently. Mary still has her traditional values, and Mandy represents something new: independence, ambition, and change. Watching them find common ground is one of the episode's subtle triumphs. By the end of the episode, you can really feel the emotional weight of what the writers are doing. This isn't just a family reunion for the sake of fan service, it's a moment of healing. Mary and Missy's return feels like the emotional reset Georgie needed to refocus his priorities. It reminds him, and the audience, of where he came from and why his family matters so much. It's not about fixing everything, it's about acknowledging the cracks and still choosing to move forward together. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 3 stands out because it perfectly balances family drama, humor, and heartfelt storytelling. Bringing back Mary and Missy wasn't just nostalgic, it was necessary. It gave depth to Georgie's character, reminded fans of the Cooper legacy, and reconnected the emotional threads that make this universe so relatable. It's easily one of the most powerful episodes of the series so far, one that captures the essence of love, loss, and the messy, beautiful process of holding a family together. For more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.